combine washed down, fixed all the parts and the sieves and the hydraulic lines and all that. Alright, that's all shut up. Let's climb back in, start it up. And I do believe we can put it away for the year. Alright, let's go ahead, turn that off, exit that, and that's all done. G'day everyone, the Johnny Man here, and welcome back to Lone Oak Farms on Farming Simulator 19. Now, that was just me washing down the header because I hadn't done that yet. Fixed it all up, costed us $48, and washed that down, put that away. Now, it's been a little bit of a hot minute since you last seen us. We've finished up our main planting for the year. It's all done. We've got all our crops planted, including field 33 to field grass. Field 6 and 7, they've been turned around. We've finished off harvesting the cotton. You've seen me in the intro there having Courseplay spread some manure on field number 6. And we sold a lot of our crop, which now means we have $859,164. Now a lot of that has come from our soybeans and also the silage. As you can see, let's just open that up. You can see that the pit is now empty. That is a good thing. I would have filmed it, but to be completely honest, I was not feeling very well the past couple of days, and I played a lot of this off screen. But I did remember to take screenshots, which we'll throw up right about now. Yeah, you can see all in those screenshots there. We had the T9565 and the SDX 375 out on the rippers in field 12, as you also saw in the intro there. And also a little bit of a different air seeder with us. This is a Hatson Bickler, but a couple of you may recognize it from the real life videos. It's a yellow bar. Some might call this, oh, it's a multi-planter. Kind of. It is basically just the regular Terminator TH18, but with colour options. I painted it up in a yellow and also a reddish sort of colour for the rims and silver sort of pipework to mimic the Pat McMurray bar, which I showed off in, I think, one video back in, oh, what was it? March, April, May last year, whichever. But anyway, we bought that and we sold the FlexiCoil air seeder, one of them. We ran 2, but we still have one of them, including the 4350 air cart right here. And the bar is on the other side of the yard. I parked that up earlier. And we also upgraded planters. We now have a big 18 meter Great Plains planter, corn planter, which before this we had a smaller version, a 12 meter version of this, and also the Case Early Riser 2150, I think it was. But we bought this. This is going to be our corn planter for the time being. Now, currently, sort of situation for the farm is we're still leasing field 28, 19, 12, 1, 6, 7, and 40, and also field 49 as well. We are expanding our operation pretty much to a very big standpoint where we need a lot of big equipment. However, while we will have trade-ins and all of that, I realised that during the planting season, we only really need one big air seeder because the fields we currently have, that being 49, like basically all of these fields, we got the job done pretty much with the one air seeder, the FlexiCool that we had this one going, and we also had the Pat McMurray come in a little bit later when I tracked down that mod. But put it simply, we only really need one planter for the time being. That is, unless of course I end up taking out leases on 48, 51, 53, 54, 50, like basically all these fields all through there. I don't really want to do that for the time being because, well, they've already got crops in them. And for right now, we've got plenty of our own stuff in for the moment. But while we do have the seeder situation, it's fine for the time being. Header situation, that is a little bit of a different story, and I'll show you what I mean. And by what I mean is, well, you saw the 2388. This is a 30-foot front. It took a little while to do all this. Took a decent amount of time. But if we're going to tackle some of the larger fields, field number 1, we will need a larger header front. So, we're not getting rid of the 2388, but we will be getting rid of this header front, and we will be instead getting a 35-foot, as that appears to be my favourite header front size, mid-range sort of thing. Well, so, what we'll do now, repair that, sell it for $29,391, sell that, and, well, if we're going to be running a 35-footer front, that's still going to be a bit much for just one header. What I want to do is we're going to buy 2 of these. Where are you going with this, Johnny Man, I hear you ask? We are going to go into harvesters. We are going to go over here, and we are going to customize one of these. And my thinking is, well, we have a 2388. Why not go just a little bit bigger? And this is my thinking, getting a 2588. Now, some of you may remember that a particularly big farming YouTube channel had 2 of these. And, well, since they traded the 2588s in for the 8230s, that means that the 2588s went to someone else, possibly completely different owners. We'll do a little bit of a simulation of that, having one of those 2588s come here. So, yep. We'll have that used second hand. That's going to cost us $67,900. Purchase. Thank you very much. Alrighty, stick the indicator on. Are there any cars coming? Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright, off we go onto the main road. Alright, indicator into here, and whoa ho ho, here it is! It's the beast! It is here! Alright, and now we're going to need to figure out some form of transport. Let's just jump down from there, and let's go ahead and hook that up. Now, of course, because we're using the used machinery mod, obviously it's gonna need a little bit of work, a little bit of repainting and repairing, but we can do that in our own workshop. So, I'll get all of these set up. Oh, gotta have that centered. and I'll see you all back at the farm. And here we are. Alright, let's go ahead and turn those beacons off and find a spot to park it. We'll probably spin this round and pull it into the workshop here. And Shift F. Hopefully that will stop the ute. Alright. Now we'll go ahead and park the ute somewhere with the header front. Alright, that's all repaired. And let's go park it in the shed. Come to think about it. Alright, it's the next morning. Bright and early. Hello, 2588. Let's go and unhook the header trailer and park this in a proper spot next to its brother. Now that we got our two headers, it is time to sort out other matters. Now, as for feeding tractors, currently over at the sheep farm, the only thing we have is the little Massey 140. I don't really like that somehow because, well, it's struggling to lift bales as it is. And because that's the little hobby tractor, we probably need something a little bigger there full time. Let's discuss this while I feed the cows here. Oh, by the way, breaking out of like the roleplay stuff sort of thing. Recently, I have gotten a Logitech side panel, which is probably the reason why my movements of the front end loader are so smooth. I got it for my birthday and the channel's birthday a couple of weeks back, and well, I hadn't had the chance to open it up until last week, I think it was, so I've been playing around with it. It's been a blast. I've been really enjoying it. Let's just go ahead and scoop up the silage here. And back that over here. Dump that in the trough. And see what we can do about shifting this mixer. Yeah, as for feeding tractors, right now, well, I'll basically open the stores to show you the lineup. For tractors, basically we've got the T6110, the store image looks deceiving. Basically that's little blue. Then we got the 7610, that's little green. The Massey 140, that doesn't exactly have a name, but that's over at the sheep farm at the moment. That's basically the hobby tractor. And then we got the Maxim 145 we've had at since the start of the series. You can see 15.3 hours, real-time hours, mind you. And then the Magnum 7140, and then obviously the T9, the 375, and the 8760. Basically, we're only just got enough tractors as it is for hay work. I'm not wanting to get rid of any of the tractors here, but we do need something a little more powerful at the sheep farm. And, well, something else here as well. I don't really want to go full towards one brand or another, because if you think about it, we've basically got 2 John Deeres, 2 New Hollands, 1 Massey, and 3 Case tractors. My thinking is that either we either one of the case tractors goes and we replace it with something else to take over here and get something from one of the other brands to do at the sheep farm, or we just get another tractor specifically for the sheep farm. This is basically what it is at the moment. We've got our sheep. We have approximately 20 merinos. Small number, but they're going to grow. And, well, the little Massey has this great big ginormous weight that's meant for the 240 on the back of it. That's, well, had the front end loader not been on here to balance it out, it would have been floating up in the air. Whoa, I should really deactivate Superman mode. Hang on. And, well, since the Massey's struggling, I was thinking this can basically be like the garden tractor and all of that. And we get something a little, just a little bit bigger for here. Whether that be a telehandler or a front end loader or just a front loader tractor. Because that's ideally what we would need. Let's just fill up that water there. And my thinking was, well, it's been a long time since I've used it. And there's a base game version of this here, and I do believe there's a base game version of the T6 in FS22 as well. But my thinking is we go for something blue, like T6 series. Since the start of FS19, the T6 155, one of my absolute favourite tractors in this game. And I'm thinking, well, maybe we could get it back on Lone Oak or something with a front end loader. Like, it can have a Stole or an Allo console, and there's a specific New Holland front end loader for this as well. Trouble is, I don't want to go overboard with tractors and stuff. I mean, there's plenty of options for us here, and, well, that's really, I got to make a decision about it soon. Because, well, the other option would be to replace the Maxim for a New Holland T6 and then get a case version of the T6 110. The Farmall 110, I think, let's just go scout it out real quick. I know I've got it in here. Yeah, this one, the 110A, otherwise known as the closest Farming Simulator 19 will ever get to the red tractor. The JX70, I mean. Oh boy, that really does not like that. Tuning of power, and then that basically fixes it. But basically, if I were to go with this, my thinking would have it set up like that with a front loader attached. That's my thinking, because, well, this is basically this, like the 110A Farmalls are basically an evolution of the JX series, the JX70, of which Little Red actually is. Our Little Red tractor, not the other one. But basically, and the New Holland T6 110 is basically the New Holland variant of the Case 110A. I do believe they're made by the same modder. Hats off to them, by the way. If these come to FS22, I will be so pleased, and I think a lot of people will. So, decisions. I think what we're going to do, save the game real quick, and then we're going to say goodbye to the Maxim, say hello to Little Red, and say hello to the T6 155. Now, some of you in the comments, well, if you do post a comment, which would be much appreciated. Also, hit that like button if you haven't already. YouTube pledge stuff. You're probably thinking, well, the T6 and the Maxim are practically the same, just different colours. Why the swap, considering that the 145 has 175 horsepower? That's basically the biggest small tractor we have, apart from the Magnum. Well, the Magnum can tackle the duties that the 145 has. Without the front loader, of course, like as hay tractor. And we'll need something to bridge the gap, because we'll have a 110 horsepower, 145 horsepower, which is what the 7610 is, and then we just basically jump to 175. There's no 155 gap between that. So that's what my thinking is, I reckon. We'll climb into the Maxim, take it over to the store and see what they will give it. And thinking about it, we won't necessarily get a 110A. I'm thinking we'll get a 130A. That way we can also bridge the gap. So 110, 130, 145, 155, and then 175 or something like that. I don't know. Numbers. Well, Maxim, it's been fun, but we have sort of outgrown you. It's time for change. Something a little bit better. Let's see how much they'll give for us. Repair. We'll keep the front loader. Repair, and goodbye, Maxim. And there we go, $103,572. Right, here's what we're going to do. We are going to... I'm going to customize one of these. And I'm going to customize one of the T6s. So, before I do that, I need base power. Just tune that so we can look around a bit better. Alright. There's two new to us flashy tractors. Oh boy, that does not quite look good. Let's repair that, repaint that so it looks a little better. Let's start it up. Oh boy, I like this. I like this a lot. This is nice. This will do us good. And attach that. Is it going to work? Oh, that's a little odd. That seems a little bit big. Hang on. I'll see you in a minute when we get all this ready to go for the different duties and all that. Right. One quick rearranging of stuff later and controls and all that. We are on the road. We've got the red in front. Yes, that's what I'm going to call it. and we got the T6 behind us, and I think what we'll do, we'll swap over the bale spike at the farm, probably reset that 140, take the bale spike from that, put it on the New Holland, and then take a couple bales over to the sheep farm, because that will need replenishing. Okay, sounds good. Let's do it. And it is here that Little Red meets its cousin for the first time. They seem to be alright. I think Little Blue's more concerned about the T6 coming, and probably worried that its job is going to be taken. Which it won't. I'll probably have the T6 over at the sheep farm. Or something. But, yeah. For right now, I do believe that's the end of the video. So, thanks for watching, everyone. If you have made it this far, and you have enjoyed it, please do give it a like, and also hit that red subscribe button down below. It really helps us out. Keeping in mind too that I also do more content like this, and also in real life farming stuff as well. If you want to see that, and you want to see what I'm talking about in terms of like the JX70 and all that, you can check out the Nelly Creek real life series in the card above and or on the right hand side of your screen. Every view and every like and feedback is much appreciated, and all that. So, yeah, and until next time, happy farming, people.